In this video, we are going to check out on how to manipulate strings using different methods available in Pandas. For this video, we are going to use this particular comma separated value dataset. We are going to read this dataset into a data frame, and then we are going to check out on how to use different methods that can be used for manipulating a string. So in this comma separated value file, we have first name, last name, order item and order code. And for the first name we have the values, and as you can see here, it has both leading and trailing spaces. Same with the last name as well. And we have order items, which has the food items that is ordered by this people. And then we have order code, which is ABC_123, and this is common for all the rows. So let's get started. I am going to use Jupyter Notebook for this tutorial, and at the end of this video I will be providing the link for this code so that you can refer later. In the first block of this code, I am importing pandas as PD, and I am reading the CSV file using read_CSV, and I am mentioning the file name, and I am reading the file as data type equal to string. So the file is read as string, and it is stored in df, which is the data frame. And in the next line I am just printing the data frame, and when I run this piece of code, you can see that the data frame is displayed, and it has all the column names such as first name, last name, order item and order code that we saw before. Next, I just wanted to show you how to use strip. In order to do that, I am just selecting the first name, and then I am using str, and then I am selecting the method strip. And when I run this, you can see that the first name column has been displayed, and you will not be able to see any spaces, both the leading spaces and the trailing spaces. In this output, you may not be able to visualize it, that the space is not coming up, but the strip method has chunked off or cut off both the leading spaces and the trailing spaces that we saw in the actual file. The strip method has removed both the spaces which is before the actual value and after the actual values. Now if I wanted to remove just the space which is before the actual value, then I can use L strip, which is left strip. And if I wanted to remove the space which is after the actual value, then I can use R strip, which is right strip. I'll just show you how to do that. Here I am just going to have last name. I'll change the first name as last name, and in the last name column I am going to use L strip. So ideally what it does is it just removes all the spaces in the left of the actual value. So all these spaces would be removed when I run this. And I can also use R strip, which will remove all the spaces which is to the right of the actual values. So if I run this, then the output will not be having any spaces after the actual values. Now here in this data frame, there is a order item column, and it has values: chicken, burger, hamburger, pizza, etc. And all these values are having small letters. If I wanted to convert them to capital letters, then I can just select df order item column and then str, then I can use the upper method, and this upper method will be actually converting all the values into capital. So here you can see that all of these values are converted into the capital. And similarly I can just use the lower method to convert everything into smaller cases. As you can see here, all these values are now appearing in the smaller cases. Now if I wanted to just have the first alphabet of these values converted into capital, then I can use the capitalize method. So here I am just selecting the column df order item and then string, and then I am just using capitalize method. And when I do that and run this piece of code, you can see that the first alphabet of all these values are appearing in capital letters. I also just wanted to make this B as well appear in capital. So in order to do that, I can use the title method. So here I am selecting the same order item column and string str, and then I am just using title method. So when I run this piece of code, you can see that in this C is capital and B is capital, and in hamburger H is capital and B is capital. So in all the other values as well, the first alphabet is capital, and whatever value or alphabet that is followed by a space is also mentioned in capital. Now if I wanted to check and find out if any values end with a specific set of alphabets, then I can use the method ends with. So I am just selecting the same column df of order item, and then in the str I am mentioning the method ends with, and here I am checking for value GER. So if I run this, you can see that the output is true true and then false false false. So it just checks all the values in the column, and if it ends with GER, then the output is true, and if it does not ends with GER, then the output is given as false. And I can use the find method to actually find out the position of certain alphabets within the column values. In order to do that, I am just selecting the same column order item, and within str I am using the method find, and here I am giving the value chicken. I am finding for chicken, and when I run this piece of code, you can see that the output is 0, -1, -1, -1 and 0. So it just search for chicken in the output. Here the first value, it starts with chicken, so the position of chicken is starting from 0, and so the output is given as 0. And the second, third and the fourth value does not have chicken in it, so it gives the output as -1. And the last value as well, it has chicken and it starts with position 0, so it gives the position. So I can also just find for burger, and when I run this, you can see that the output is 8, 4 and -1, -1, -1. So the burger here in the first value starts in position 8. So C is in position 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the B in the burger starts with the position 8. Same in the hamburger, for the second value the output is 4, because the position of burger is from 4, and the third, fourth and the fifth values does not have burger in it, and so the output is -1. I can also validate to check if the column values contains any specific values within it. So I am using the same order item column, and then I am just going to use contains method, and I am going to check for chicken again. And when I run this piece of code, I can see true, false, 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 true, which means that the value in 0 index, it has chicken in it, so the output is true here. And this does not have chicken, so the output is false, 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 and for the chicken pizza, it has chicken in it, and so the value is true at the end. And this is how it works. It returns the boolean true or false based on whether or not if the value that we are looking for is present in the value of the particular column. I will just display the order item column to check out how it looks like. So this has again all the values, and all of them are in small letters. So next thing I wanted to show is I can use regular expressions along with the method contain to check if the condition is met or not. So in order to do that, I am just reusing the same line of code, and instead of checking for chicken in the contains method, I am going to use a regular expression, and then I am going to give the condition that all of these should be having small case alphabets from A to Z. So when I run this, I get a true for all of these rows, which means that this condition is met. So all of these are having only small letter alphabets from A to Z for all of these rows. So I can also just use and check if it is having both small letter alphabets as well as numbers from 0 through 9. So in order to do that, I am just adding 0 to 9 in my regular expression, and when I run this piece of code, I get false for all the rows, which means that the values in the column does not have any numeric values in it. It just have only alphabet, and that is the reason the output is mentioned as false here. Next we will check out the replace method. I am using the same column order item, and then I wanted to replace the chicken with pork. So in order to do that, I am just using or selecting the order item column, and then in the string class I am using the method replace, and here I am just selecting chicken and I am replacing chicken with pork. So when I run this, you can see that chicken in line number 0 and line number 4 have been replaced with pork. I will display the data frame one more time so that I don't have to scroll up, and you can see the data frame. In the order code column, you can see that all the values are having ABC underscore 1, 2, 3. Now I wanted to just select this particular column, and then I just wanted to split this column into 2, and the split should happen with the delimiter as underscore. And I am just selecting the order code, and then here in the string class I am using the method split, and I am going to do the split based on underscore, and then I am using expand equal to true. So here when I run this piece of code, you can see that the output is having 2 columns, and one column is having ABC and the other column is having 1, 2, 3. So this is derived from this order code column, where the values left to the underscore are all mentioned in the first column here, and the values which is to the right of the underscore are split into the second column here. This is pretty much what I wanted to cover, and as I mentioned earlier, I have included the link of this code in the description of this video. If you want more such videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.